you very much. And this is maybe the time to invite my co-speaker, dear co-speaker, Karolina Drescher-Smalec, because actually we decided to present it together. I hope it works. The presentation.
Oh,
it used to work for sure.
My computer is left-handed.
Yeah, so during the presentation is being displayed, maybe we can actually explain why we decided to organize it and present it together. Since Karolina Drescher-Smalec presents the National Federation of Non-Governmental Organizations in Poland, and I represent the Stefan Batory Foundation. So Karolina represents the potential project tenders, applicants, and grant receivers and project promoters. And I represent, since the Stefan Batory Foundation is the leader of a consortium that redistributes the grants from the European Economic Area for civil society organizations, so-called Active Citizens Fund operator. We feel ourselves also as the intermediate body, so a potential also intermediate body for the for the Citizens Equality, Rights and Values program. So we'd like also to share our, let's say, a few insights. How is it? Does it look like from the applicant perspective, but also potential applicant perspective, but also organization that like decided to share the feedbacks for the program before it was implemented and now. So first, maybe the timeline and maybe the historic background of the program. So Caroline, go ahead.
Thank you. Very shortly, but I think so that it's necessary. Probably a lot of you remember this moment. It was around 5 years ago when we started to realize the shrinking space is coming, and the situation of the independent civil society in Europe started to be more and more difficult. As Anna, she said, we are representing Poland, so it's especially this it was our case, but the Hungary, but not only. A lot of independent NGOs started to have a problem with normal functioning, and nowadays it started to be discussed how to support the civil society, how to support independent civil society, to find the solution and how the European Commission could find in its budget the money to support. It was a long and bumpy road because at the beginning it was agreed that it's necessary to do, but no one knows how to do that. And it was the proposal just to create the new program to serve Rights and Values program, and that's it. And the NGOs at the European level, the European network, because I'm also a member of the European Civic Forum. So among our colleagues, we started to discuss that it's necessary to talk with the Commission, to the Parliament also, to say them how important will be this program, that it will be not only the normal continuation or the money for some kind of projects, but sometimes it will be only money available for the NGOs. At the beginning, it was very difficult to make them understand that it will be crucial. So we as European network, we started to create that letter. It started to be the campaign. I think so that a lot of you signed the letter to the European Commission to say that that it's necessary to have sufficient budget for the future perspective. And we were optimistic at that moment, but suddenly there was the information that the budget will be cut. So one more time, I'm talking about all of you also, NGOs started to fight for this program. And finally, we were able to talk with the European Parliament, who supported this idea of the creation SERV and to have the sufficient budget for that. Of course, it was also connected with the European values as such, to protect it, to have to be sure that at the European level and the national level, we will have the money to support independent NGOs. So this history, the final of this history, it was positive. It was accepted in the middle of 2020, and we were very optimistic about this program. And as you could see in the previous slide, we put the question mark. It was a success for civil society. So I will stop this short introduction, and we would like with Anna to ask you some questions.
Now would be again like a small icebreaker, but this time maybe it won't be so so positive. We'll see. So first, we'd like to ask you, how many of you have heard about this program? So about the Citizen Equality, Rights and Values program. Okay. And how many of you participated in any event, meeting, informational meeting about this program organized by the contact points organized by the Commission? Okay, I can also raise my hands. And how many of you actually applied for a grant to this program? Okay, and how many of you are considering or planning to apply to serve, to gain a grant? Okay. Okay, and this one will be also, if you would like to share, how many of you actually received a grant from CERFT? Okay. Oh, so we have also project promoters among ourselves. And the final one. How many of you wanted or planned to apply, but then seeing the rules decided not to do it? Okay, this is also meaningful, I would say. So now I can go to the next part of our presentation, and it will be quick. Of course, we won't go point by point what we expected to have in this program, especially when we shared a lot of insights from our Active Citizens Fund operator perspective and experience, but also we shared we gathered the insights from the intermediate organizations that are also redistributing grants, but also project promoters and we prepared a letter to the Vera Jourova. It was 23rd of February last year. So I went back to this letter and I felt like a bit like sentiment to this time, that was really like a letter with, of course, appreciating this unprecedented moment and that we can have this amount of money for project value-based project that could pretend rule of law and democracy in our country, especially when we represent Poland, so one of the countries of concern, so-called. But at the same time, then when the and I have to, of course, mention that 160 civil society organizations signed this letter, and it was initiated by 6 civil society organizations. And we also, in this letter, referred to the so-called good grant-making guide prepared by environmental partnership associations that is also among us. So this was also the opportunity to share, I would say, the tips, how the CSO's friendly program, grant program could look like. And now when I would show you this is the bullet points are the main, I would say, expectations, but also dreams when it comes to the dream CSO friendly grant program. And now when I would ask you how many of these points actually were fulfilled, and you see that you can find in the CERF program, and I would be very happy, and of course to what's actually the main barriers that some of you decided not to apply for it and not to take part of it, or even though you applied, you then are disappointed with how it should like. And also there are probably a lot of organizations among us, grassroots organizations that didn't even hear about it, and also want, for sure, are sometimes the only, I would say, the potential watchdogs or monitoring organization in the region that actually are from the very beginning excluded from this program. So that we would like just to start maybe the discussion, and that also the question to you, that how to, is there any way to improve this, the way it's implemented, and also what would be our main point in it. So that's why there is a possibility to share your insights and your already experience with the program, and possibility to send your remarks, but also complaints. And maybe now I can.
Yes, we have with us Carlotta Bessosi from Civil Society Europe, because you will work also about this problem. I can say even to prepare some kind of letter of the intervention for the Commission, because I don't want to start to complain from the beginning, but really if we realize that everything that devil is in the details. So it's a good idea, but finally the implementation of the program, as we made the quick research, quick surveys, well, not big research, just to ask the colleagues what are the problems, and we collect a lot of, and that's why we are waiting for your ideas, your cases, your testimonies, to have the good material to present it to the Commission. Because yes, the money, it's very needed, and it started to be very complicated to really to use this money. I don't know, Carlotta, if you would like to say a few words about the idea of the letter.
Yes, indeed. So we are discussing with different organizations, indeed. To see if we can, address a letter and possibly have some meetings with different levels of the European Commission, because probably part of the problem is also within the budget Director General, who have streamlined the procedures, and a lot of complications comes from that they are not applying exceptions actually to the SERV program. So.
Thank you very much. And actually, since 10 minutes passed, and we can talk forever about probably our experience and also expectation when it comes to positive CSO-friendly program. So maybe we'll stop at that moment, and of course, feel free to share your remarks, and also to continue discussion about it during the break. And also I would like to appreciate that there's also among us those who also initiated their own letters or their own, gathered their own remarks to this program. I just mentioned this one that we experienced as the Stefan Batory Foundation and other initiators. So thank you very much, and floor goes to
Thank you. I'm Carolina.